Hey guys, this is Ryan with BuiltRight. Today I'm going to be walking through how to install our 2024 Plus Toyota Tacoma seatback MOLLE kit. Let's get into it. Alright, let's go over what's included in the kit. We have our universal tech plate, we have our lower bracket, and then we have our upper bracket. For our hardware, we have our attachments to the upper headrest posts. We have our bolts to attach the frame at the bottom, and we have our hardware to attach the tech plate to all of our bracketry. Alright, let's go over the tools that you need for this. Pair of gloves, 7/16 wrench, a 1/8 Allen, a 9/64 Allen, and a 5/32 Allen. Some pliers are helpful. Rivnut installation tool. We also supply a Rivnut install kit, and you can have a driver for your hexes if you want them. Let's get into the install. As you can see, we're missing a little bit of our truck. We just have the seat here. It's going to be a little bit easier to show you what's going on, and our truck's busy somewhere else. Start by undoing the elastic straps that hold this piece on. You're going to have to reach under here. You can usually feel the straps pretty easily, but getting them off the hooks on this seat is pretty difficult. Yeah, they're really difficult to get off. You might be tempted to cut them. I will let you be the judge of that. It's probably going to take me a couple tries. Oh, there we go. Got one. And the other one. There we go. Got them both off. All right, just so you can get a better idea of where those elastics attach, since our seat's out of the truck, they attach here and here. The next step is you're going to want to undo the zippers on the side. I like to use pliers for this just because they're so small, it's just easier to grab them. And then you can just fold this up and over, get it out of your way. Our next step is to gain access to this panel behind here, so we have to take these clips off. These are clipped onto some sheet metal that's pretty sharp, so I recommend getting gloves or having band-aids nearby just in case. To get this clip off, you can sometimes just grab it and pry it, but it also helps to get some of the slack off of it by compressing the foam underneath. Gives you just a little bit of something to play with. There we go. So if you push up from the bottom, it helps release it a little bit easier. It gives you something to grab onto when it's lifted up. All right, now that we've got the seat all opened up, we can install the Rivnuts in the frame. It's going to have one here and one over here, and when you're working on this, you want to make sure all the cables are out of the way. This one is for the airbags or some sort of sensor, so definitely don't want to mess with that one. All right, we're going to use our rivet nut installer. You can use the provided tool that comes in the kit. We do recommend getting one of these tools. They're not that expensive and they're so worth it. All right, and we're using 1024 Rivnuts for this install just because they're the right size for the hole that's provided. All right. All right, seems good. And for those of you who haven't used Rivnuts before, they're extremely easy to install and they work really well. Even with the install tool that we provide with the kit, it's really not that difficult. And of course, it's also a lot easier than getting a nut back here and holding onto it with a wrench. It causes a lot of headache for a lot of people, so that's why we went with this. So if your kit doesn't come with the Rivnuts that get installed here and here, you're going to have to use a nut and bolt. Or you can reach out to customer service. We should be able to ship you a updated hardware kit. You're going to start by putting the bolt and washer through here, and then This is the trickiest part. It's probably going to take a couple attempts. Make sure you don't pinch this yellow cable. Should have fed this through first. Go. So if you have lumbar support in your seat, there's a massive motor here. It's probably going to be a lot more difficult to get your hand down there. This 1/4 inch socket wrench fits back there pretty well. You can get a piece of putty or something to make it so the nut is closer to the front, and then it should be a little bit easier to do. I'm going to try that method on this other side. All right, to keep this nut in here, I just grabbed some painter's tape, I balled it up, shoved it in the socket, and now it's held in there and it's into the front. So once we have our in position, kind of go at it at an angle. You can see our threads are right there. Go. Once you have everything centered, you want to go ahead and tighten everything down. So there we go. Got it started. You can't really get a full seat on it. You can get it just barely, but that's all it takes to hold it in place. All right, so no matter what hardware comes with your lower bracket, you're going to be able to get it installed either with the nuts and bolts or the Rivnuts. Rivnuts are easier. If you're having any problems, go ahead and reach out to customer service. We'll get you the Rivnut kit sent over right away. You may notice our seat is pretty bare. We don't have a lot of accessories on this truck. Most of the time we've seen wire harnesses along this top section. You may have to undo a wire clip along here to snake the lower bracket behind it. It should be pretty easy. To install the lower bracket to the Rivnuts, make sure you have it face up, and you're going to want to snake it behind any cords that may be there. I'm going to come in from this side. This yellow cord, as I may have mentioned before, is some sort of safety mechanism, so you don't want to break that. All right, now I get my hardware. Just want to get it started. There we go. And these are 1032 with a washer. Let me get my wrench. All right, with our 1/8 inch Allen key, we're going to tighten these up. We conveniently have them located so you can feed it straight through these front slots. This isn't quite centered. Let me move this a little bit. Feel free to make it as centered as you want it. I was just trying to keep it away from, there's a metal frame behind this plastic piece. I just didn't want it rubbing on that. There we go. And you may see, as you tighten this down, you may see this flex a little bit because it's not perfectly flat. Just be aware of that. That's okay. And with that, your lower bracket is installed. Let's move on to the headrest. All right, so we could, at this point, now that our lower bracket is installed, we could button the seat back up, but I like to wait until we are sure that everything fits the way we expect it to. So I'm just gonna leave it open for now. All right, we're gonna prep our headrest post blocks with some foam tape to keep it from rattling. So this is cut to length, fits in there pretty well. Once you have it in there, just give it a little bit of a push to make sure it sticks. Do that on both of them. Let's move on to the upper bracket. So you can do this with your headrest still installed if you want. It's a little bit easier, I think, if you take it all the way out. There's a little button on the side to release it. We're going to take our headrest blocks and our mounting hardware. We'll just put it about where we want it. I'm going to go in between the first and the second, like, indent. this stage, you don't need to fully cinch them down. Just get it close enough that it doesn't shift on you while you're putting it back. All right, now we can install it back in the truck. There we go. You want to adjust it to make sure that you're just staying as far away off the upholstery as you can. This is really a thick seat, so you're going to be touching it a little bit in the center. I'm just trying to find the best spot for it. And also I want this headrest lower. Nice. All right, you're going to want to install your universal tech plate. It does have a top. See how there's a center slot on this side? This side, it's out of phase. So we always start with the center slot so that you can hang it up easier. So get that started. Once you get the first one in, you can work your way around to the others. As always, I'm not tightening them down all the way quite yet because I need to make sure we line up with our lower bracket at the bottom. If you have a driver style, I would recommend that instead of this. All right, we're just about to install our bolts for our lower bracket when we noticed we're kind of at the top of our slot, so we're just going to shift our headrest up one click, and that should give us the extra space we need. There we go. Now we can get into the bottom. All right, let's install our bolt and nut here. This is the 1/4-20 hardware. You can also come in through the top. Just thinking if this was in a truck, that would be the ground.
Yeah, true.
All right, now I'm going to go ahead and tighten everything else up. All right. Now we get to button the seat back up. Now we know everything fits and we're happy with it. Time to button up the seat. And I sure wish I would have done at least some of it before I put the bracket on. So let's put our gloves on and see if we can get this one clip in the back, the last one we took off. Oh. I think there we go. Whew. Right? Yeah, okay. So I don't know if you can see in there.
Impressive.
But we got it. And you can too. One thing you'll notice when you take yours apart that I forgot to mention, we had pushed this foam out of the way. I had it tucked out like this so that we could work on it. But it normally is in like that. You're going to tuck everything back in so that your zippers go. Pliers. I'm spending a little bit more time on this. Arguably, you can't even see it, so do spend as much time with it as you want. I think the zipper's tucked enough. Lastly, we put these elastics back on. There it is. Since our seat's out of the truck, They attach here and here. All right, and with that, we finished installing our seat back tech plate on our 2024 Plus Toyota Tacoma. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Feel free to reach out to us. Have a good one.